back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So in this video, we're getting back into the school planner. If you saw the previous week, the week of the 9th, you would have saw we are on spring break officially. So I didn't really need to decorate that week. Now I will, if I can find it here. Now I did have to, because at the time when I did all this, I was sick, so I didn't get to, film any of this. So this is the monthly. I liked how it turned out. I just covered this with paper. Took a couple of books, threw just a few stickers down and made it work. I don't look at the monthly a super whole lot, but it's there. And then this was the week that we just finished up with. I liked it. It was quick. It was kind of a little bit of a hectic week because it was benchmark testing, and so I didn't go to it a whole lot because again, she was doing the benchmark and then she just did her assignments in between that. And then of course, the week we're, at the time I'm filming this, the week that we're getting ready to go into spring break, there's no need to waste the stickers and decorate for a week that we're not. Now, I have done that a couple of times, I will say that, but I don't do that all the time. So this week I'm not going to decorate because it's spring break. So we are going to skip on ahead to here. Now, as you can tell, I did go ahead of time and line up the edges of the paper with this shamrock scrapbook paper, because it does take a little time, but it's so cute. Turned out really good. Not sure what I will do for next year. I don't know. As far, I mean, I know what type of planner I'm going to use. I just don't know like how I'm going to mark the subjects. And I mean, not even like full with the printed look. I may just write it across the top. I don't know. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet. It did open up this week to pre-register for next year. Of course, I did that right away just because wanted to make sure to secure her spot, because it does, from my understanding, fill up really quick. So I wanted to make sure to get her spot secured, because we definitely wanted to do next year online as well. Hopefully the government doesn't, because from my understanding, and I had to do some reading about it, sadly, because the government is focusing so much on the state testing, they are threatening to try to shut down some online schooling, depending on their state testing scores and stuff. So it's sad, it's, you know, disappointing that that is being made the focus, and they're talking about doing that, because I will be, you know, honest, like, this has been such such a godsend for us as an option because of my daughter's health issues. This week especially, had she had to be in person, I don't know what she would have done, because she had several rough days. So we'll see. As long as it's a option available for us, hopefully we can keep going with that. Now, I know none of these are straight, and I'm trying not to worry about it, but I won't focus on it because it doesn't really matter. This probably will not fit in that white box. Let's see, maybe I can stack it. Yeah, okay, that worked. I know it's not pretty, but I'm not really worried about it. Kind of show what I've got here. So these are a couple left over. If you saw my setup for my mini for this week, you saw that these are little different designs than these stickers. But I got these because they were a little bigger, and I knew I would need something like that for this planner because it is big, but all from Papercraft. And I grabbed this teacher colorful boxes book out to do the functional, because those do not come with functional. So that is why I grab it out. Now, really all I need is like kind of smaller boxes to mark live lessons, and I use these circles, or a variation of, I use to, you know, mark down the assignments, so that way everything looks different and easy to spot. I'm going to try to stick with more of the green looking colors. Now, even if these don't match the stickers, it goes with the scrapbook paper, so okay. Use I want to pull this down a little bit just because she has 5 lessons. These days. Hopefully it doesn't pick up, but I'm filming during the day and you're probably going to hear all kinds of wreck it. Because there's all kinds of traffic, people riding and all kinds of stuff going up and down the road and everything else. So okay, these days I want to be able to use some of the other green, but I'll just have to, somebody's riding up and down my road right now on a motorcycle, so a little, like one of the little noisy sounding motorcycles. So if you hear that, that's what that is. All right, so I'm going to put those down, but I'm going to try to cover those up with something else, so that way it doesn't, it kind of fits the theme more. I'm gonna go ahead and put down for the live lessons, and then I'll go back in and mark the assignments. And then obviously I'll cover those up. Okay. I'm about to run out of the circles in the greens because I'm trying to stay away from the bluish colors. So I'll have to switch over to these, which is Starburst. It's hard to believe that we are quickly approaching the end of the school year. I was talking about state testing. We got that schedule out, and I got her registered for it. Thankfully, it is nearby, like there's a testing site very close to us, so we don't have to drive far. We're very thankful for that because we was expecting to have to travel. But we don't have to, so we are very happy with that. Because honestly, if she would have had to have been there as early as the times are for some of the tests, we probably would have had to stay the night, depending on how far down it was, because it would have just been too much for all of us, honestly. And I think I'm gonna run out of these too. I have to pull out a different book right quick. Yep. So I'm gonna pull this out right quick. That way I can finish off Friday. Yeah, we're quickly approaching the end of the school year already. It is crazy how fast it's about to end. Okay, so that is all the functional. So now I'm going to go in with the deco. Okay, I want to cover, I need to cover that up. Just don't know. Actually, let me. Checking this one right quick. I know this ain't washi strips, but just gonna put that down to cover, because the black stands out against all this green. So we'll just cover that up. Alright, so now I'm just going to go in with all this decorative. And then when I'm done with the decorative, I'll go in and fill it out. These stickers come off the page a lot easier than the other did, but they're also more delicate. This was originally a homeschool planner, so it has the weekends. We never use the weekends because we don't we don't do any schoolwork on the weekends. Sounds like my daughter is awake. So I'll fill this in a lot. And there's not hardly anything for Friday to do, so just going up through here, filling this in. I don't necessarily have to use all the stickers, but if I'm going to get down to the last few, might as well. Actually, I should have saved some of the clovers to cover up. Let's see. Just dig out this because I have some right here. Not the same. They're not drawn the same, but it doesn't matter. There we go. Okay. I think, yeah, all that's going to be blues. So we'll just use this. Actually, I don't need an erasable pen, not necessarily. So we're going to use this, the pen one that I got from Walmart. So now that I got it decorated, I'm going to go in, fill in right quick the assignments. I'll speed that up for you, and I'll be right back. done going through filling this out. You may have saw a couple of pauses here and there. That was because I had to do mom time. So with that being said, I do have it completed. Got it all filled out. Grab my planner here. Put my labels back in the folder so I can keep track of them. Make sure we're lined up here. And you also probably saw I had to move one of the boxes because I put the live lesson down for the wrong subject. So I had to scoot some things around. But all right, so that has this taken care of. It is full, very green. Got a lot of foil here. I know there's a little bit of kind of different, a couple of things with different patterns and artwork, but I think that it comes together fine. I do wish I had just a couple of more of this kind of shamrocks to kind of, you know, add in a little, you know, a couple of little spots, but I'm going to try not to stress about it. There's no need. But yeah, I like how all of them, you know, all the spreads for St. Patrick's Week turned out very cute. I'm not typically like a green fan, but this made it fun, and I'm like, okay, I can like green. But this will do it for the week of the 16th through the 22nd in my school planner, getting back into it after having spring break. And then we've got very short time left until school is done, and then I'll have one less planner for a couple of months. But if you liked how this turned out, hit that like button, and if you haven't yet and you would like to, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.